We're ready to go.
Welcome to the last podcast on the left with Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kitzel, and with us as always the scientist,
Henry Zabrowski.
the madman genius. Today we are talking all things psychic activity, psychic balls. We've got them between our legs and we've got them in our brains. What's going on here, my friend?
All right, so there's 400 registered psychics in the major New York City area, most of them run by gypsies, thieving, mischievous gypsies. And the other half are run by Chinese, apparently. And what I've learned as a little tidbit about that is that that a lot of times in Chinatown, when you see a tarot reading place or a palm reading place, it is a mask for a whorehouse.
I did not know that.
Yes, absolutely. So it's very interesting. The city streets out there are filled with magic.
Absolutely. Magic, dust, and rats.
That's what I've heard.
And cum.
Yeah, and old dirty bags.
Well, the cum is the magic, Marcus. Didn't you know?
That's what it is. And so we decided we've been very interested in
the
this
dark arts.
Absolutely, and we wanted to experience it for ourselves. I've never actually received a psychic reading before.
No, indeed, you have never, and I had not either.
I thought you did something in college, right? Or
well, I went to a palm reader once. I'll tell you one thing: my hands are so big, she charged me double. It wasn't good. I didn't like anything.
Yeah. Send that to Reader's Digest.
Now we're really rolling, ladies and gentlemen. So recently, Marcus Parks, Henry Zabrowski, and myself decided to really ugly up the streets of the East Village by going outside and looking for an actual real-life psychic. And I'll tell you one thing, as you can hear from the recordings we're going to play you in a minute, it did not go perfectly.
No, because I mean, number one, they don't want their lessons, they don't want any of their meetings recorded.
Their lessons.
Their lessons.
The lessons in how you wasted $45.
Absolutely. If you're paying more than $2 for something that is technically fake, then you're wasting your money. I
think I could have gotten a better reading from a euro.
I could have done your reading
down to
for
Euro
$45.
World.
This euro is fantastic. It costs me $45.
Turns out the next
good. My future is wonderful.
Yeah, the next 3 minutes of my future are going to be that fantastic. It's going to taste like lamb.
I love the souvlaki. But there's a very interesting sort of combination of you go in with an open mind and an open heart, and you see what the cards will tell you. I wouldn't let them read my palms because I don't want them touching my hands. Because I got to handle food for myself, not even for other people. I just don't want to get sick.
Well,
and these gypsies...
You don't want them rubbing all the chocolate off your palms.
Absolutely.
You save that chocolate
it's my
for
chocolate.
later.
It's in my creases. That's my crease chocolate.
Mom, why is that guy just licking his hands? Oh, he obviously has chocolate in his palms.
Your future is sweet. I also received in the last week a past life regression from a psychic that Will called Jenny
the psychic.
Jenny. A lot of it is very interesting and fake, but I can't wait to. We'll describe it.
Well, let's get to the past life regression at the end of the program. For now, let's stick with the tarot cards. We have our own tarot card reader, Suba Argawal.
Yeah, who is a stand-up comic in the city, who used to be a professional fortune teller, and is going to come in and sort of bust up some of the mysteries for us.
Mm-hmm. I will say, I mean, an Indian gal. Born into the biz.
That's what you got to be. I also heard she sleeps on a bed of nails every night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I heard that too.
No,
she's got two snakes for roommates.
Yeah,
and she gets them out. Oh, you got to do the dishes. No. The snakes are doing all the dishes.
I love it.
That's what I would do if I had snakes.
The reason she's late is her elephant got stuck in traffic.
I heard about that.
But either way, we're gonna go grab her really quickly. We'll be right back.
Oh, and enjoy our journey through the East Village.
Absolutely.
Hope you have as much fun as we did.
I hope you saw us on the streets and you didn't know it.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at it. So we're on the move trying to find a proper psychic that'll let us record. We're here in the deep dark city streets in New York City. We're here, people are passing us, looking at me. Do you know where there's a psychic, ma'am? Ma'am? No? No. Ladies don't want to talk to people looking for psychics.
No one seems to know where one is.
People don't understand that we're comedians. We're celebrities in this town.
We could switch pizza shops out with psychic shops. We would have one on every corner.
Absolutely. Man, just put a psychic in a pizza shop.
Can we?
That would be amazing. I predict you will be getting a slice of pepperoni.
You just have to.
You're
give
right.
whatever they
You're
predict,
fucking right. You're the best psychic I've ever seen.
and they just give you a slice of pepperoni regardless. You have no say in that.
So this is what? This is on 3rd and where?
We're on 3rd and 9th right now.
Where are we going up to?
Just like 3rd and 10th between 11, something like that. 11th and 12th, something like that.
And where are we going, Henry?
Tina's Psychic Emporium. All your psychic needs, all your psychic challenges come to Tina's Psychic Emporium, where she's gonna tell you what you do and what you are.
Holy Lord, look at that nerd.
Is that a psychic group in there?
There's a bunch of nerds.
Could be a psychic group.
Or it's some kind of book club?
No, the place is called Bird Bath. It's
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Are we technically the nerds?
Technically, yes.
Because we're doing this right now, recording, going to a psychic?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. This is the life that we've chose for ourselves. Not myself. I'm completely content with this.
Right there.
That's it?
All right. We've seen it. We've got it. All right. Now, an update.
5 per person.
4-figure, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depend. And she'll be able to get some stuff on us if she's smart.
It's 45. It's going to be probably all inclusive. Whatever we're going to do.
Yeah,
We
I
want to do
hope
that?
so.
Well, the main thing we should just ask. I didn't even think about it. So we asked, we could record it because it's mainly the thing.
Well, I think the thing is, I think they're all going to be very tentative. They're kind of off.
Hey, Kiki, what's up?
guys?
What's going on? The Lost Podcast. That was 2 live human girls talking to us.
shit.
Actual
Boys.
girls. Actual
talk to
girls.
us.
Oh yeah, boys, where was the psychic on that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so this is what let's look for another next 25 minutes, and then basically I just want
We
to
should
get another
definitely go.
price
I have to go
quote.
pee as
Yeah. All right, so we're about to go inside. We're on, let's see here, we're on East 11th and Broadway right now.
All right.
Tarot card reading.
Should we call first?
Yes.
Yeah, let's call. What do you think our chances are right now, Henry?
Who fucking knows, man? These psychics are shifty. Half of them are gypsies. The gypsies are hard to get a read on. They're shifty. They run around. They change form. There'll be a fox one time. There'll be a lady another time. What?
I am not getting a response here, so I'm just going to ring the buzzer.
Just ring the buzzer.
It's the number's obsolete, so they didn't pay their telephone bill.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good for us. Because they're desperate.
You guys looking for the psychic?
Yes.
Okay, straight up, any psychic that's $10 or $20 is total bullshit.
Yeah.
You need a real psychic, and there are real psychics, and I'm not even kidding you, but they're gonna cost you a couple $100. If you want to have fun and just get blah blah blah, there's a psychic around the corner, there's a psychic on every corner, and it's like $10.
How is the psychic in this building?
This psychic is total full of motherfucking shit.
Really?
I've had people come out and go, oh my God, I've had a total hysterectomy. She just told me I'm going to have 7 kids. So,
Holy
it's
Lord.
anybody you're going to spend $5, $10 on, it's not.
It's all bullshit.
But you know what? It's the whole. I'm just telling you guys. Oh, you're giving me you're recording it.
Yeah,
it's total bullshit.
we're doing this for our thing. Yeah, we're
Okay,
doing
good.
this
It's the God's honest truth. But there are real psychics that have been so phenomenal, unbelievable. I've gone to them, but it's like $300.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me know.
But
No.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honestly, you want to know the truth about this person? This person's, somebody in her family owns this building, and she pays her rent they give her this, and she's trying to make rent. She can't even buy food with what she makes because she's that fraudulent. Yeah.
Wow.
Serious.
You are the best. Thank you very much.
I'm fucking telling you the truth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, I tell you one thing, we gotta go to that psychic.
All right, let's just go to the other one.
Yeah.
No way, man. We gotta go see what this chick is talking about.
No. She said she's bad. I don't want a bad psychic.
I don't want a bad psychic either.
No, she's not a bad psychic. She's just, it's not real, Henry.
Of course it's not real.
And she's cheap. She's $10. You
But
can't.
there is such a thing. There is such a thing as psychic energy. There is such a thing as psychic powers. It's real.
First of all, that was the most horror movie thing I've ever experienced in my life. This woman just opened up out of nowhere. She's walking with 3 dogs going into the apartment building, and ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it. Just immediately, just
But
had
what she
all of
said-
this information that she shouldn't know.
But the thing is that she said it would be different if she was like, there are ghosts in this building, do not come in here. If she had said that, I'd be like, we're going in. You know what I mean? Like, if she was like, this place is a doomed land.
What is
She's saying it's a complete total fraud.
But how? How does she know? She obviously had sex with the man.
No, I think it sounds like it's a woman. That's what she said. It was a woman.
Doesn't matter. There's lesbians.
But she was saying that she's a complete total fraud.
Yeah, but we need the I want to hear it. I want to know why.
But we're not gonna pay money to have an open fraud.
It'll be like $10, and I guarantee you, this chick will let all of us 3 in for free, and she'll let us record.
I don't think that's true. We didn't even get a response when we clicked on the buzzer.
Man, we gotta buzz it.
You did buzz it. You buzzed it twice, and you called the
interrupt the same way that fucking cunt-ass psychic Jessica did. Tell us, 24 minutes. I'm in the middle of a reading. Well, why aren't you in the middle of it then?
Because she knew we were at the door.
Because we look shifty and we're a few guys hanging out around outside of her psychic den.
Get whatever we want from that psychic, and she's gonna nail it. She's gonna nail it. She's gonna know exactly what we are, man.
Yeah, but Ben, you buzzed the thing and she didn't answer, and then you called the number and it was disconnected. The phone was disconnected.
Haven't you ever heard? Yes, I mean, this is the thing. She doesn't have the money to pay the phone bill. It was kind of a joke up top. Turns out, random woman walking 3 dogs.
Totally true. Yeah.
Also, but this is how the horror begins. It's like somebody says, "Don't go in there," and we're stupid. We're naive.
No.
Let's go in there.
They say don't go in there because you're gonna die if you go in there. Then you go in there.
No, they don't
if
say
she
that.
says
They
don't
say,
go in there, it's a waste of your time.
That's not true. Nobody goes to Old Man Rasdale. Just stay away. It doesn't matter.
If she said Old Man Rasdale, if she literally said those words, we'd go in there.
In real life, that's as close as you're gonna get to. Nobody goes into Old Man Rasdale's mind. Don't bother. Nothing's in there for you to see. Stay away, boys.
I don't think that's what she said. She said she went to a bunch of psychics and she liked going to good psychics.
They were $300. This chick, she said $10.
The stuff I was looking up was all for minimum $175 an hour for some of these psychics. I don't know, but that's the thing. So I do think there is a line. There are people who have a genuine gift, and it's a thing of intuition and sort of like instincts. And then there's also just complete and total just gypsies trying to steal something from white people.
Well, first, I don't know why. First of all, Marcus is from Texas. He's hardly white. And it's like there is nothing. Okay, I'm just saying we could get $20 if we throw $20 on the table and say reading for us 3. We'll put the recorder on the table and we'll get the best reading of our lives.
It's not gonna be like that. They will never be like that. It's got to be one-on-one.
I just don't think that's true because this chick can't even pay for her telephone bill. I think if she sees $20, she'll probably give us ass to mouth for Christ's sake.
Ben, she didn't answer the buzzer. She's not there.
Well, either way.
You're so upset.
No, because
you're so upset.
A woman just came up out of nowhere and been like, "Oh, don't go to the 5th floor." You gotta go to the 5th floor.
She didn't say it like that.
Not at all.
You were thinking you want it to be like that. Me too. Okay, that's how I'd like it to be.
To be like that, Ben.
Up here, it's our time.
Our time.
And so it's like, why are we going to where the time is?
Let's go find another psychic.
Just saying, man. That chick seemed to have a lot of press behind her.
That was really weird.
It was insanely weird. Almost as if the woman has so much knowledge that it's too dangerous to go up there and no man should.
Well, it just sounds like she has. I don't think that's what it is even remotely. I think that she literally just sits outside.
We're not going to the real psychic. It's just
we buzzed the buzzer.
Have you ever experienced that before? This woman doesn't know us from Adam, and she just goes into this huge diatribe about apartment number 5. You're trying to find the psychic. I know something about the psychic.
I'm gonna tell you.
Why would 3 strange men be hanging out in front of her apartment building at 9 o'clock at night, if not to go see the psychic?
The psychic.
If she's the psychic, then we missed an opportunity.
Because she's hot as fuck. By the way, she was beautiful.
Well, she had a lot of work done. But the thing is that I also think that she was.
Oh, that car is terrible. It's all designed well. It has a paint job.
I also think that she was really looking for someone to talk to. I think the only people she talks to are those dogs and her clients at the dance hall she works at.
Oh my god.
All right, I really got to take a piss. Who else really has to take a piss?
So I'm fine. So let's stop. Good. Let's regroup.
Let's go to the poorhouse.
Let's
go to Psychic Jessica.
Yeah, let's go to the poorhouse where Ed Larson works. The round table of gentlemen in the middle of relief. We're gonna stop by the poorhouse. We're gonna take a piss. We're gonna grab a beer. We're gonna regroup, and we'll be right back.
We should make a decision first.
All right, so we're back from the village poorhouse. We just taken a piss. We're good. And now we are on a new mission. We've gotten a hot tip from a neighborhood person. Henry, What's going on?
Well, it is a storefront on Avenue A between 12th and 13th. It's apparently been there for a number of years, and this girl had actually what seemed to me a pretty solid theory, which is if a psychic's been open for longer than 10 years and probably has had at least some success, so maybe she's fine. Or, rent subsidized there, or maybe she's dead in there and just keep the lights on.
Good theory.
She's a skeleton
Solid.
sitting in the bathroom.
Well, of course, Henry, you are the scientist of the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got my ectometer.
I think he's more of a professor.
More of a professor?
A scientist and a professor, and a scholar, and a gentleman.
I'm like
Of course.
I consider myself as a cultural anthropologist.
There we go. That's what
I
it
think
is.
that's what I am.
And also, I will say, cultural anthropologist and very flatulent as well.
Oh man, I'm having some troubles. Liquid shit all day today.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
What would the psychic's gonna say about that?
That's the thing. I wonder if she's going to call it. They have noses like a Doberman, I've heard.
Is that true?
Yeah, totally. That's
I
what they're
think that's
psychic.
just gypsies.
Well, I mean, if she's a good psychic, she's also a gypsy.
That's not true. The gypsies are thieves.
Well, you don't have to paint your barn, but you can sit down and get a reading from them.
Is that an old tale? Is it the gypsy painting your barn? Is that like an
Yeah,
old
everybody
folklore
knows it.
tale?
My grandfather used to tell me this as if it happened to him, but he had him paint the barn, and he was like, up top, it's like, oh, this doesn't look like the greatest paint job. In the back, they just didn't paint the back wall.
Gypsies are so much fun. Basketball.
We might just end up at a pizza place.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm getting a psychic reading tonight. I am primed for it. I'm ready to go.
Good.
My channels are open. I gotta take a shit really soon.
I'd imagine the psychic does have a bathroom.
I don't know. I would imagine that.
Ooh.
It's
What
probably
would that
just
be like?
it's a thought toilet. Just go think in the corner and poop in it.
Oh, don't go in that bathroom. That bathroom's just for ghosts.
Well, it scared the shit right out of me. This is actually the best bathroom I've ever been in.
I like being in this bathroom.
I was here for 4 seconds. I'm already all done. And it wipes it for you.
But his hands are cold.
Cold hands.
Cold.
It's a dead ghost.
Cold, hot. I take my cold hand and my hot hand.
Oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect temperature.
All right, so the last psychic was a bust, the one over on 12th and Avenue A. So we're going to go back to our first choice of Psychic Jessica.
Where was that?
Psychic Jessica was on 3rd and 11th. So we got a couple of blocks to walk. We'll be right back.
So that was our mediocre trip to the East Village.
Yeah, it went fantastically.
The thing is that no magic actually happened, which I was hoping for.
Although I will say this, we saw Cameron Diaz and Alex Rodriguez walk down the street. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that is modern royalty.
That's
the new
pretty
Camelot.
awesome.
Yeah,
That is the new Camelot. I'll tell you, I came a lot. Hey, how are you, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Morning Zoo.
It's the Dog Man with the dog news.
What's in the dog news, dog man? Well, that's really on the rise
That
this
is
year.
uninformative.
So we're at the psychic. We all went in to get our tarot cards read individually. We ended up stumbling upon the place in the St. Mark's.
Well, not necessarily stumbling upon, because while you guys were ogling at modern royalty, I was doing work and finding the psychic.
Thank God we had somebody who was focused.
Good job, Marcus. And so we went in, and let's discuss everybody's readings. Marcus, you went in first.
I went in first and got by far the worst news.
Yes.
Although I will be successful, my career is going on the right track. I will be faced with 3 choices in the near future. One will keep me here. One will cause me to travel.
Excellent.
And one is in an undisclosed location.
Yeah, where Dick Cheney lived.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same place.
The next thing that she told me is that, yes, she knew that work was the focus of my life and let me know that somebody that I work with will betray me in the near future.
Oh, my.
It's certainly not Ben Kissel.
Well, anyway, welcome back to the program. Marcus Parks is no longer with us.
The dog news. news.
Someone's going to betray you, which I love. Who is it going to be and why?
I have no idea.
It's going to be very exciting to find that out. This psychic, by the way, she had bizarre skin folds underneath her eyes.
Skin tags underneath her eyes.
There's a gypsy psychic sex.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That's where all her psychic webs are.
And then she told me that she pretty much told me that I'm just going to be fucking sluts for a long time.
Cool.
Before I find my true love. I'm going to get married. Have 2 kids. We'll live to an old age. I didn't ask her what age because I like surprises. So that's pretty much mine. Yeah.
It's not bad, really, overall. I thought that was a pretty positive one.
Overall, it's not bad, but my life will be. I will have many inconsequential relationships and will be lonely for a long time. Yes.
That's fine.
that's
Because
good
you
for
like that. Yeah, you really.
No, I hate it so much.
I don't believe.
The thing is, I just love it. I like, you're always around.
I like you being single. You know.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Henry, what great news did she bestow upon you?
So I went in there and I did a couple of jokes up top. As soon as I walked in, I'm just tossing jokes around. I got her going.
Sure.
Still cost me $45 though.
Yeah.
But there is something. There's something there. As much as there's a lot of. When you go into a psychic, I guess part of their job is to sort of connect with you on a personal level, and that's what they want to do. Half these readings, I think, come from just looking at you as a person. Is that when she came in, the first thing she said was, you are a very good-natured person. You have a tendency to be naive, so you have to watch out for people taking advantage of you to make money off of you. And I was like, like you? Like what you're doing right now.
What gave you the idea that I was naive? Oh, walking into the psychic.
Walking into the psychic, paying you $45. But then I actually asked her a couple of questions, and apparently she had been doing it. She had the psychic gift since she was born, and she had been doing reading since the age of 14. So she had been, and she said she was 38 now, and I was like, you don't look 38. And she's just like,
She was not 38.
No.
probably. Well, she's a psychic, so she could have been anything.
That's the thing. She could be 105.
Who knows? Psychic powers are keeping her together.
That's the thing.
She told me that I was going to live a long and full life, and she asked me, how do I want to know the age? And I said yes. She said 87, which means they're going to find a cure for cancer.
That's right.
Because there is no way I'm going to make it to 87 living the way I'm living, and I'm not changing. I refuse to.
I know.
It said I'm going to have 3 kids. In my lifetime. It said that I will there will be some sort of marriage in my future, but they don't know how that will work out. Right? Sure. Well. And then she said my career will bring me much luxury, which I agree with, which I think is good.
I finally got that couch I always wanted.
Finally.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, a new air conditioning unit?
This is great. Still living in Queens, though.
Still gonna always be here, huh? Oh, my shoes fell off? I can't buy new shoes.
Better sit on that nice couch of mine.
She said I was in the market to buy a house, which I told her was wrong.
You are definitely not in the market to buy a house.
Oh, no.
You're eating your way to look like a house.
Yeah!
Welcome back to the morning zoo! Dog boy is a fat doggy.
But there was just certain sort of personal things that she said that really kind of hit the mark that was very interesting. But I think a lot of that has got more to do with the fact that she's good at reading people from doing this for a certain number of years.
Of course.
Than from the cards themselves, because who knows how that all works.
That's the thing. And with mine, it was pretty much the same thing. Going in there, you had to flip the cards yourself. I didn't know how to do that, so I just put them all on the table and scrambled them around.
Yeah, you got big hands, yeah.
Huge, big, fat hands that are disgusting. I could sell them for $5 a pop at a street fair. The thing is, so she went in and she was telling me I was going to be very successful. I'm going to have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, so really only 2 children. And the thing is, and then she said, "Oh, you don't like authority. You like to do it on your own." She played it with my Bruce Willis balls. You know,
Yeah.
she was like, "You don't like people telling you what to do." And
You're
I'm like,
going
"Damn
wrong."
right I don't." And at that moment, I told her to shut the fuck up, and I just left. And I was like, "Wow, she's accurate."
You took charge. You took charge of that reading.
So career-wise, everything's gonna be fantastic, and I'm living to 90, my friend. Henry said we got some years left.
Woo! We're doing this for another 60 years.
So let's bring in our.
Well, let me actually talk about my past life regression too.
yeah.
Let me just bring that up real quick.
Yeah.
So, I went through a process. It's kind of Looney Tunes. All right, it's called soul memory. Right. Well, the idea of this soul memory thing is they go into your past. The psychic interviewed me. acted as me as an avatar in a group scenario where student psychics were learning how to. This is what they told me. All right, and then what they do is they use a pendulum and they ask it questions, and as the pendulum spins, it gets like the way it spins is how they answer their questions. And so what they do is the first thing they have to do, they kind of go through. They ask a central sort of question about your life. So after interviewing me, the central question came out of, I have anxiety about like the future of my career. I want to know like how do I get rid of this anxiety in order to move forward, because a part of like fear of failure, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and. They have to check your soul out. They check out your aura first for debris, and then check your past lives to see how many times this question has come up in your past lives and how to answer it. What they said was my aura was more blocked than any human they had seen before.
No, are you sure that it mean arteries?
Yeah. Number one, they said my grandfather's ghost was haunting me and giving me stomach problems. And so they said they released him and sent him to heaven.
Whoa! Man, you sent your grandfather to hell?
Yeah, heaven.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, because...
Jesus Christ, let him stay inside of you.
It was like, hell or yours.
Go hell!
What was it, like Arnold Schwarzenegger from End of Days, my grandfather's Gabriel Byrne?
Right.
And then they said that there were certain things, these spirits called elementals, which are non-earth spirits that cloud you. And that the main thing that was like really interesting to me is that they found out that I had 3 curses placed upon me.
Interesting.
In my time, where it's like they said there was a curse placed upon my career, there was a curse placed upon my entire family line, which I imagine because Zabrowskis are not known for being reputable people.
That's right.
And the third was on a present or past relationship. And that they released all those curses.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, so I'm done. I'm clean.
Fantastic.
But what's weird is, so it's like, and I really do. I have very severe stomach problems. My stomach problems have not been so bad recently.
Well, I thought the day afterwards
I was shitting like super liquid stuff. But that's what they said. It was that like I would experience some sort of physical symptom after the soul cleaning, that my body would be all kind of out of whack.
So do you feel like you were shitting your grandfather's soul?
Yeah.
Do something like that? Like he came out of you through a bowel
Ben,
movement?
Now that you said that, I just
getting a little
wish that
sad. You shouldn't have flushed it, Henry.
I should have spent more time with that shit. The little shit in the toilet bowl.
The road to heaven is long and dirty.
So at the very end of it, let me just tap it up. So at the very end, they were like, okay, good. At the end of the reading, they were like, okay, good. So his soul is unified. All this is done. They found out that my question came up in literally 90% of all of my past lives, and that they're releasing the question for me, which means that which is a part of you have these things called chronic books, which are these books that are, you pick, let's say your soul is made out of Dr. Dre wrote them.
More chronic book.
But you walk into, let's say your soul is a library filled with millions of books. At the beginning of your present life, you choose 7 books that are each a 7 central question to your soul.
I can't read them.
I can't, it's in Tibetan. But afterwards, she's like, that was actually one of your chronic books, so now that's solved. So it's like you're going to have it's going to be easier for your soul to be released to Nirvana after all of this.
Hey, all right.
Excellent. And so at the very end, they're like, okay, he's done. Good. We've cleared everything. Apparently, it was like a 6-hour process to clean me. They put a sphere of protection on me. They put a cone of awareness on me, leading up to the omnipresent Logos, the king of colors, because all souls are made of colors. There's a lot of stuff.
Wow.
It sounds a little bit like Dune.
A little bit.
But it's a lot of stuff. And then in the end, they were like, okay, good, he's done. And they were like, actually, no, he needs soul unification process. And
Did you forget the soul unification process?
And so she's like, she says, like, I can either do this to myself as you, or you can do this to yourself. I was like, okay. The process is you do it late at night. You light 3 candles. You say this sort of incantation. You get a bowl of witch hazel. Right? A cloth made out of cotton and a cloth made out of wool.
Yeah, mucilix?
No, it says witch hazel.
Witch hazel.
You take off all of your clothes. You use the left hand in the wool rag to wipe witch hazel all over the left side of you, and then you take the cotton rag in your right hand and use it to cover all of the right side of you. Mm-hmm. And then you say this sort of incantation, and then you're supposed to sleep in the circle for 5 hours. You're supposed to then literally curl up in the ball where you are and sleep. And
like the Terminator.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Like
like,
when
I need your clothes.
Right.
I need your clothes. But that is, but that's what I haven't done it yet.
You need to unify, my friend.
I just haven't done it yet. I was going to try and do it before the podcast, but I really just wanted to have a normal night last night.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
would have made for an odd one.
I just needed to. I don't know when to choose to do that. I don't know when it's going to be like, I guess I'll get down to that soul unification process. I just got done paying my gas bill.
Yeah.
I guess I can do that.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling pretty good. Feeling
But that's
spry.
that. So yeah, I feel good. Well, but it's a very interesting experience, and it's just one of those like. You can see how it can give a lot to your life if you give into it. Like, you can see how, like, if you really believe in it, like, it will genuinely help you. I'm sometimes wonder because it's like I'm sort of a critical person that I don't know if it honestly would even have an effect, but I just have no idea.
Well, I think it's just like any other religion. If it makes you happy, keep on doing it. And I'll tell you, no one's murdered anybody over this witch hazel situation. So it's better than many of the beliefs out there so far. But speaking of wonderful people over here, we've got Suba Argawal, our what do we call it? Resident tarot and psychic expert.
I think that's a good way
And
to put it.
stand-up comedian.
And stand-up comedian.
We'll edit that out. So, Suba, what do you think about our readings as far as the tarot cards go before you comment on his unbelievable past life regression?
Well, I think I read tarot, but I'm pretty skeptical of it, and it's mainly when I read tarot, I'm basically reading people.
yeah.
Right.
So
that was the
yeah.
technique she used, do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So would you say that you could give us a tarot card reading with no tarot cards at all?
If I spoke to you for like a couple minutes, yeah, I could. Like it's terrible. I actually had to stop doing it because I felt like a bad person because you just sit there and you judge people. They're like, how are my relationships going? I'm like, is this lady fuckable? Like, I don't want to.
Do you just like look on her face and see how she reacts to certain questions? Just like
I
how your
do.
relationship's going, and she's just like, oh no.
So what do you think it is about Marcus? Now, just be honest here. What do you think is it about Marcus that makes him so betrayable? You know, like, why would she look at Marcus and be like, oh, this guy, he's going to be betrayed?
I'm
Is it his
fucking this guy over?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think it's just yeah. Well, but I guess miserable bastard could probably
Miserable bastard. He's a very nice gentleman. So, Suba, why would you imagine? What qualities do you think that he has on his facial features that would lead one to betray him?
Well, he seems like a very nice guy, and because of that, he could be seen as naive potentially. So it's like, oh, this guy's really easy to screw over.
That's right.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna get all your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much money you got?
Negative $1,400. You should pay his tax returns for him.
When you go into the tarot reading, so we came in and so we shuffle the deck ourselves, right? Because that's what you're supposed to like put your quote unquote energy
Yeah.
into the tarot card, right?
Yeah.
And then she put out in a formation of 3, 2, then 3.
3, 2, then 3.
Now,
Okay.
what does that mean? Is that just like we were originally? I thought I had some knowledge of tarot cards because my parents, my mom always used to do them, and I used to do them when I was a little kid because
Yeah.
I was a weird gay little kid. But it's like but is it about time periods, right? Like, isn't it? It's like 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, and then she did a layer on top of that afterwards. It was like a general reading, and then is it more specific? Is that what you do?
It really depends on the psychic, because that doesn't sound like a standard spread. That
Yeah.
may have been something she came up with.
I
Okay.
think that she just gave me 3 sets of 3. I really don't. I didn't. Did you get the 3, 2, 3?
I think I got the 3 sets of 3.
Yeah, I don't think I got the 3, 2, 3. I think she gave you a different special treatment, and I would imagine it's just the size of the table. You know, so there's probably one second just one set of 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like, not for you.
I wonder if she didn't try to spice it up with you a little bit.
I don't know. It seems like, would you jazz it up for specific people?
If I really like somebody, I'd probably do like a more complicated spread.
Yeah, I think she was flirting with me.
It's very possible. The 3, 2, 3 is almost impossible to pull off. I imagine if there was any other tarot card psychics in the room, they'd be like, "She's doing the 3, 2, 3." I haven't seen this
But
in
that's why she
70
kept.
years.
It has to be the 3, 2, 3. We had to have all gotten the 3, 2, 3 because she made us get 16 cards, so it had to have been 2
8.
groups of 8.
Oh, well, there we go.
You just are not very observant. You said you didn't look at the cards. You said you were looking at her face.
I looked straight at her face. I was listening to her voice, and I was beginning to get an erection. One of the softest voices I've ever heard
Those
in
are
my
things
life.
you do. Whenever she said marriage in the future, she kept doing this weird sort of pointing at herself with her thumb, like right at the top of things, like, yeah, it's me.
Right. That's the
Marriage
thing.
in the future is
And
great.
frankly, I would marry her because the door was cracked open to her living quarters. She had a huge flat screen TV.
Huge TV.
Any game system you wanted, and a cat.
And it was on the Tarot channel.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
means shows that she's doing her homework.
She's
the C-SPAN of the psychic world, where it just
That's
shows
right.
the 10 of cups.
That's right.
times.
So have you ever given a reading to somebody that was very negative, or do they tend to always be positive? Because for all intents and purposes, minus Marcus's betrayal, we had a very nice review. Is that tends to be the way that they go? And for $45, it better be good.
Generally, I have given a negative review to people, but depending on how serious the question is, it's positive. Like this is true. This is actually what made me quit. This pregnant lady, I didn't know she was pregnant at the time, comes up to me, and we're doing the read, and I'm like, "What's your question?" And she's like, I just want to know if I'm going to miscarry because I've lost 3 already.
Holy lordy!
I flipped out and I did the reading and she's totally going to lose a baby, but I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her.
Man.
But you saw that?
Man,
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't
the
say it.
10 of abortions card came out.
Holy Lord! She keeps on going to the wrong doctor. She keeps on going to Planned Parenthood to give birth, and they just keep on killing her. Like, I gotta find a new surgeon. What's going on here?
How long did you do tarot card readings for?
I only did it, honestly. I do it on and off now, but for like money, I only did it for like 3 months. I couldn't do it for any longer.
Is it just because it's so personal a process?
Yeah, it's so terrible. People really believe in this, and it's just
Yes.
like the saddest thing. I'm like, oh god.
What's the clientele mostly like? Who is in there? Is it women who tend to have wombs of death, or men who are a little bit out of their luck?
Yeah, it's just sad people. That's why it was like really depressing to do because they ask you really sad questions, like, "Am I going to be healthy again?" And I'm like, oh god.
This is too much. I wish you'd asked me if they were going to make that Arrested Development movie.
They're not. So don't worry.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, either way,
I saw it in the cards. I asked that question at the psychic, and she was like, "Good question. Let me call Justin Bateman."
Bateman. So you would have like cancer-stricken people in there, and their hairs would be falling out in major clumps, and then the cat would be playing with it, and then they would be like, "So when am I going to be healthy?" And what would you respond?
I would always just try and give positive advice. Like, that's all I do. I'd be like, oh, well, you're not healthy now because of the anxiety card. Look, it's the moon card. You're anxious.
Yeah, very good.
You need to relax. Like,
What is the worst card in the deck?
the worst one? Well, there is a card that has, like, I don't know how to describe it. It has, like, a bunch of swords on it.
The
It's
10
like,
of Swords,
I got
right?
the 10 of Swords.
You're saying, isn't that means like utter failure, right?
Yeah, or like an upside down sun card means failure. So.
Oh, yeah, because the position of the cards
Yeah.
also mean things, too. And also, like, a knight. Something like one of those cards, like, also can represent a person, like,
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
life. What's the best card to get?
Well, again, it depends on the situation, but the star card is really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's when you
really
want.
That's the one that's, like, special purpose. And
Yeah.
That's like Super Mario.
success,
I want to go back to this. You got the 10 of Swords?
I believe I got the 10 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I'm
Well,
looking
I
down.
guess I know who's not going to be betraying me.
Why? What does that mean?
Because who's betraying him is going to be successful.
Oh, you son of a... Well, fine. I just thought I got 10 swords. I'm pretty cool. Oh,
I love
the swords.
Where's
Yeah.
the 2 of guns?
Nice, nice. Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't realize that. She just completely went over it. I have a feeling she didn't read the cards at all. She probably doesn't know what they mean.
They actually, honestly, they looked pretty old, though. They were, like, super,
Yeah, she told me
old.
they were 17 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's something to. I mean, not something amazing to it, but I think there's something when you give meaning to a set of cards and you give it a random fact. It has a random factor of you're going to pull it out of for a deck. You're not going to know what you're pulling out.
Totally.
And that it has sort of the same meaning as like reading tea leaves or like reading all this stuff where where if you believe the universe would express itself in sort of random action, then that would be the perfect thing.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's just the random luck of the draw. Not two cards are the same, and you pick them out yourself. It was kind of fun. Where did you draw from the deck? Because I took most of the cards that were close to me and only like two that were away.
I did it all over the deck.
Just all over the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You were all over the map?
All over it.
I was really trying to outthink the universe. That's probably why I gave me the 10 of fucking swords. You dreadful beast. But yeah, I guess we got to wrap it up here. Suba, do you have any comment about his past life regression? Because this is amazing. Have you heard of anything like this before?
Past life regression, only in terms of it being fake, but like
Whoa, all right, we're going to have to stop you there. It ain't right, ladies and gentlemen. It is more than real. You got to do that.
I'm going to do the soul unification. Maybe I'll just film it.
Just
I
film
think
the
you
soul
should do that.
unification.
You
We're
should
going to have it
definitely
up.
Film it up and put it up.
Yeah,
I'll
film
blur
it.
out my junk.
Put it up. As a matter of fact, maybe we can bring the field recorder out for it.
We
Second
quite
mission?
possibly could, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do it at your house. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Sure, there's nothing going on in my house. Come on over. I can move my recliner out of the way. We got a big space. You can all get all
Yeah,
gooped
Colin
up.
will be in the other room just
Colin
watching
will be
TV.
fine.
Oh,
He'll be
ladies and-
fine. He loves this show. My roommate made the logo for this
Yeah,
show.
absolutely.
He loves us.
Well, he's not going to mind Henry naked on the floor with a whole bunch of weird-ass shit all over him. All right, this has been the last podcast on the left for Marcus Parks and the madman scientist, the mad genius, the evil doer of all that is good.
Get psychic!
Henry Zabrowski. We will talk to you next week. I'm looking forward to it.
As am I. Sex appeal, right over here.
Hey. Oh, yeah, and Subar Gawal. Thank you.